What's up, guys? It's your boy, Sith Lord Jordan over here, and today we're going to do a reaction to iLoot Games mid-season leaks that are changes that are going to come out during the mid-season, some different buffs. So we're just going to just react to some of the changes that are going to help maybe change the meta for the second half of the season. So we're just going to start out. We skipped a little bit of the video because he just talks about his subscribers and everything like that. Once again, I do want to thank iLoot Games for letting me be able to react to this. Because I did reach out to him for ask him if it was okay to react to the video. So let's go ahead and get it started.
So the Mozambique has had a lot of controversy recently with a dominant performance in the split to ALGS LAN. And I know what you guys are thinking. Obviously, it's not too dominant because Imperial Hal, Zero, and Jin Burton were using it and still ended up in last place. Yes, you're right. For some, it did not deliver, but nevertheless, it was by far the most dangerous and for sure overpowered gun in the right hands. They had the wrong hands. With this, we should be expecting some sort of nerf to it. The question is, do you want it nerfed or do you just want the dual wield just completely removed? Well, I can tell you what they are doing to fix the immediate problem. And that's right, you probably guessed it. They are doing nothing. Starting split 2 of the season, there will be no change to the Mozambiques, and it'll still be seemingly one of the most powerful guns in the game, even though personally, it's not very dangerous in my hand. I expect that to start the next season, we will see a nerf to the Mozam, since by then the devs will have more info, more time, and be able to review what happened in the Split 2 playoffs and decide on a change after how powerful it seemed. But do not fear, there are other guns that we know are.
Yeah, so on that piece, the Mozam is pretty overpowered in my opinion. Yeah, like he said, in my hands though, it doesn't feel very powerful to me, but when I see when other people use it, I feel like I'm always getting down, especially when you have a Maggie, when you pick her tier 2 perk, which is the automatic reload shotguns on down enemies. And I feel like I'm always getting down with when someone has a Mad Maggie, so it gives you that ability to just do the reload automatically. But yeah, whenever I feel like I'm using the dual wield Mozambique, I feel like it's not very powerful to me. How about other people it is? So I don't think getting rid of the dual wield kind of solves the problem. They just limit the damage, maybe take away hammer points for that gun and take down some of the damage. I think they can kind of put within the balance. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Like you say, it may um, nerf it next season, or maybe come out to the mid-season patch. We'll have to look and see. All right.
Causing issues, and one of them is the R99. While this gun has been put into the care package, it feels like it's more likely you're going to run into it with the new bin refreshes on the final ring. And in this gameplay you're seeing in the background, you can see how powerful it is when I finally am able to use it in the final round. The R99 is going to get a midseason change, and that's a nerf to its damage fall off. So at range now, the R99 will be less effective and therefore much less dangerous. While the R99 already feels a bit strange to me because of all the changes to it, I usually do not prefer to even pick it up before letting my controller player teammates decide if they want it first, even though I loved the R99 before. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the gun now, though. The Havoc is still.
All right. So I don't like when Respawn makes changes to care package weapons because it's in the care package for a reason. It's supposed to be a powerful gun, you know. So don't. I just hate when they do that. I think they just leave it the way it is. It's supposed to be powerful. It's in the care package. Kind of like the devotion, is buffed up to what was like what season 2, season 3, whenever it was back in the day. No changes done to that. I didn't like the Kraber change either, where they take away the automatic headshots. Make a headshot, they don't go down. Takes like 2 shots. Wasn't a big fan of that because it's in the care package, which should be a powerful weapon. That's why it's in the care package. Um, but yeah, I don't like it. Also, I haven't really found a lot of R99s. Even when I played mixtape, I can't seem to find R99 at all. I always seem to find either a Devotion or a Bojack or a Craver. But yeah, not a big fan of that R99 change. I think they should leave it the way it is. Um, yeah, it's in the care package for a reason. Supposed to be a very powerful weapon.
seen as overpowered, and people have been waiting for a nerf. Well, it's finally here, but is this nerf a little too strong? So, starting Split 2, the Havoc will no longer take the turbocharger hop up. This removes the ability for it to be instantly charged up and firing at an extremely fast firing rate. A huge nerf that I did actually not think many people expected, but perhaps this is the correct thing to do. I know a lot of pro players have adapted to not even using the turbocharger at all and practicing charging up before peaking a fight, but will it fall out of favor and how does this affect you as a casual player? Let me know in the comments down below. Next,
All right, so this one's about the sorry, the Havoc not taking the turbocharger anymore. Um, they did that a little bit in season what? We're in season 22. What? I think season 17, 18, where they reduced the damage for the turbocharger by one on the Havoc. So, for instance, if you had a Havoc, you equipped the turbocharger, damage was reduced by one. That didn't work out too well. Because I didn't use the turbocharger at all. Like, what's the point, man? I want to be able to outdo the most damage. So why equip the turbocharger? So then the devs, went ahead and just reverted that change. Um, I don't know. I mean, if they keep the damage the same, I guess it would be good. But I feel like no matter what, someone's going to complain about the Havoc. They'll be like, "Oh, now it's still too powerful even without the turbocharger." I mean, what's the point, right? So I guess only Devotion would take a turbocharger, not the Havoc. Um, I don't know. I think people still complain that it's still too powerful. We'll see. Like I try it without. I don't pick up the Havoc honestly. I prefer with the turbocharger because I guess it's just automatic firing. And also they did limit the ammo spawn for energy weapons. So I don't know. I think they should just leave the turbocharger where it is. Maybe go back to season 17, reduce the damage of the Havoc with the turbocharger by one. But I think people are still going to complain no matter what. That's just how I feel.
we should be seeing a fix to the fuse ult issues. Now, it seems they fix one thing and another thing breaks, but I believe that's finally behind us and we will see all the fuse ult issues fixed. I feel like it may also be discussed to remove the scan completely, especially since we now have the ability to see players easier due to their highlights when ADSing. Any Fuse players want to chime in on how bad that would hurt Fuse if it was removed? Let me know in the comments. I do agree when I see people comment that it makes no sense that Fuse can scan whole buildings with his ult and things like that. He isn't a scan legend, so I get it, but I'd love to see if there's a steelman argument for him having it besides visual clutter at this point.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, I don't know why he's has scan abilities. He's an assault character. Um, his mother load should just either be used to keep enemies in a controlled point where they can't push you, or use it for people can't. You just have someone pushing you. You can put an open area and be like, okay, you can't push. Or if they're like stuck behind a wall, you don't want them to escape. You just want to suppress them or oppress them, I guess, whatever. And just clutch your alt there. Yeah, I don't know why he has a scan ability. It's really, yeah, I don't get it. I hope they do take that away. I don't know why he has it, but yeah, that'd be a good change for Fuse.
Another big change that's coming is the Rev ult is going to get nerfed finally. I feel like we have all known that Rev is overpowered in ranked, especially where the extra HP allows you to be way more aggro against players of lower skill, and then not used in comp because of his lack of team helping ability. So the devs have to make a decision on how to make him fit the play better, and they have decided on nerfing his ult. Now, I do not know the full details of how it's getting nerfed, just that it's getting nerfed, but I believe it would have to do with either the amount of HP or how long the HP duration is, rather than the cooldown to the ultimate. I think even Rev mains know this has to be nerfed, especially on the new map. He has the ability to close the gaps on rooftop to rooftop so fast and with extra health. It makes it extremely difficult to fight off a Rev. The silent climbing is also an issue on the new map since I feel like we end up seeing a lot of building fighting compared to other maps. As always, though, this is your chance to voice your opinion in the comments and give some feedback. I guarantee you there's at least a couple of devs that are going to watch this. The
The Revolt nerf, I think that'd be a good change. He is, man, whenever I fight a Rev, I feel like it takes a whole lot of bullets just to take him. He's like a bullet sponge. Um, so yeah, I think that'd be a good change. Um, I don't really know too much about his climbing. That should stay the same. I mean, he's stealth. He's an assassin. That should stay the same. But yeah, but nerfing his ult should be good. Maybe decrease the armor rate, or maybe how fast it regens, or maybe you don't get a regen on kills for his armor. I think that would be a good fix. But yeah, but I'd like to see what changes you're going to make for him because I do miss a totem. Because I feel like that had like a lot more team play around him. Now since he just has like this big armor, he can just go out there and be himself. But yeah, I like to see what change they're going to make for him.
The last change I wanted to share is a bit of a strange one, but Valk will now be Recon class. That's right, they are changing her class, and this gives her much more utility to help the team by being able to scan for enemies. To be honest, it makes sense, and in addition to that, you just do not see Valks in game anymore. It's almost shocking when a team all of a sudden flies off with a Valk. Like, who is that character? Why are they even using her? Why not just use a jump tower instead? It doesn't make sense. But with this change, it should help push her back into the meta a bit. And I believe this may be part of them wanting to really get other legends into the meta that have low pick rate, and I'm not mad at it. Buffing them rather than nerfing other characters into the ground seems to always be a bit more fun and allows for more options rather than forcing you into a meta. Now, the rest of the patch notes,
I That's a good change for Valk. I use Valkyrie for rank play, and I feel like she's a better recon legend because I tend to use her ultimate just to figure out what legends are around my team, especially if ring is closing or like we're in the last ring, need to figure out where enemies are for good positioning. I tend to just ult Valk. Oh, sorry, just ult Valk, and then just fly up in the air, figure out where everyone is. I'd really use the redeploy, or I guess I'll use the redeploy for the balloon also as well if I don't have my ultimate available just to scan around, see who's there. So I think that'd be really helpful for her. I really wish they would fix her missiles. I don't like that I feel like they don't do much damage unless you get like third perk. So I wish they'd just fix that. Make it do more damage or make it like a bigger area. Um, but yeah, but yeah, I think that'd be a good change for that. Make her recon because that's what I mainly use her for anyway. Or most people probably use for, you just going up in the air, figure out where everyone is. That way you can get a good spot for your teammates. So that way you can know, hey, you got Amy there. Okay, let's focus on these teams. We have like three teams around us, figure out what's going on, what's happening. So yeah, I think it's a good change.
believe are mostly just going to be covering the new LTM that's coming for the second half. So I'll leave that to the official notes, which should come out in a few days. There are rumors about a loadout feature coming to Apex Legends instead of a random loot on the ground, and this was indeed sent to one playtester group and a Q&A group. In an upcoming video, I'll cover what exactly you can expect to actually come of that and what's already been scrapped as an option for coming to the game. It's not what you expect and honestly has me pretty worried for the game. So make sure you subscribed and you turned on the notifications and set them to all. If you're already subscribed, make sure you hit the like button so my videos start popping up for you again. And click it instantly anytime you see my video pop up in your feed. That'll get me suggested to you more. The last thing I have to talk about is the ALGS split.
All right, so this one I'm not really a big fan of is the automatic loadout, like the loading screen before you start the match. I feel like it takes away from the RNG aspect of the game, and also from what I heard, or I guess from read on X from other leakers, is that your weapon power goes up the longer that you're in the ring, or longer you survive. So you may start with white, and then if you go to round two, it goes to blue, round three purple, maybe round four would be gold. I do not like that aspect because you can just camp in the ring, and just wait to till you get a better weapon to join the fight or to overpower other people. And also, I wonder how it's going to work with when if you are down and your squad has to revive you, bring you back in. With a dropship, do your weapons automatically go back down to white with no attachments, or are you brought back in with to the max level where you were at before? Because that can be abused, right? Because if you know, if, I guess they kind of, I wouldn't say abuse because they'll probably the same load as you, but it's kind of like, okay, what are you gonna do if you die? Do you come back on the same foot as everybody else, or you brought back down to the beginning? Now it's kind of like you're kind of fighting at a disadvantage because you don't have all your attachments. Also, I think it gets rid of Loba because you use her for attachments, your weapons, stuff like that. I mean, I guess you can still use it for ammo, yeah, like batteries and grenades. But if you want to like, okay, let me get this attachment, there's really no need to like really pick her as much, because you can just find ammo in the bin or whatever. But I guess it will also help with people having to look around, having to fight with their teammates to get attachments. Especially if you need like an extended heavy ammo mag, extended light mag, or sight, something like that. That could be good. But I don't like this change. I think it takes away from the RNG aspect of the game, but I also see they're trying to close the skill gap with either new players or people in rank, that kind of play everything on level on a even playing field. But I don't know, sometimes you can have it like that. Sometimes, you've been playing for a long time, you kind of know how it is. And you just gotta be like, hey, maybe not ready for this next level yet. Just joking. But yeah, I don't like that change. So
Split 2 playoffs. That was by far the weirdest thing ever to watch. Everyone came in thinking that the Falcons super team was prepared to win, and instead, TS.
all right. The rest of these so much just the ALGS, which I didn't watch. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would just say the changes I am excited for would probably be Valkyrie moving to Recon. I think that would help her out a lot. Hopefully make Fuse not um a scan legend. Take away the scan ability from his ultimate because that's not good. They nerf if they tweak Rift's ultimate a little bit, make it a little bit better. Things I do not like would be the loot changes where everyone gets to pick their loadout. Not too excited about that. Um, the Havoc not take the turbocharger no more, and the R99 get a nerf. Those I'm not really excited for. But let me know how you guys feel about it. But yeah, but sure. Also want to thank again Luke Games for letting me be able to react to his video. So I appreciate that. I will link the video, his video in the description below. So if you want to check out the full video, go ahead and do that. And I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking my video. All right, thank you. Bye.
You looking at a fighter. What am I looking at? Remember this face. It's coming for you.